The short video is an illustration of how algorithms are traced in an orderly manner, so follow through each step to be able to learn how to do it yourself in class. So consider the GetMax algorithm given in the slide. It searches through a given list of integers and returns the largest value. So to do this, refer to the indicated inputs. So this will be our test value. Okay, so first let us start with identifying the initial values. Okay, so we have the list X with 7 elements, and we initialize max or the maximum value to be the first element, which is 5. Next, we'll go through the loop and update the values every iteration. It is better to construct a trading table for an orderly implementation of a trading process. Now note the second column. We will constantly check if I is less than or equal to 7 since we only enter the loop when this is true. Okay, so I starts with 2, which is less than the length of the string. So this means that we will enter the loop. Now the first line compares max and x of I. So since max is 5 and it is greater than x of I, which is 3, then we skip the body of the if then statement. This means that the value of max is preserved or unchanged. So we increment I. Now I is equal to 3. Still at this point, max is not greater than or equal to max is max is still greater than or equal to x of I. So we proceed. Okay. So at this point, I is equal to 4. So x of 4 is 14. Now max at this point is which is 5 is less than or equal to 14. So the condition if max is less than or equal to x of I is true. At this point, we enter the body of the if-then statement and update the value of max. So max is now 14. So you check the last column. So now we have a new value for max. Okay, then increment I again, which is now equal to 5. X of 5 is 32, which is greater than max. So again, we enter the body of the if-then state of the if-then condition and update max. So max is now 32. Okay, so in the next iteration, which is I equal to 6, we have x of 6 equals 6. Now x of 6 is less than max. So the condition in the if then statement is false. So max is unchanged, meaning it still remains with a value 32. Then we have I equal to 7. We are now at the end of the list. So x of I is 7, which is still smaller than max. So again, we skip the if then statement. Now, this is the end of the loop since the allowed values for I are only from 2 to n or 2 to 7. Okay, so the algorithm terminates at this point, and then what would happen after it terminates? So now this means that the algorithm has already explored the elements of the list one by one and identified the maximum elements across all elements. So in this case, it is 32.